All right, in this video, I'm going to be going over how to do the example problems for converting between fractions, decimals, and percents. So I know it's a little bit blurry, the writing, but whenever I'm doing my handwriting, it should be big enough where you'll be able to easily see what we're doing here. So first is going to be converting a fraction to a decimal that is terminating. So terminating means it has an endpoint, it doesn't keep on going. Okay, so for our explanation here, we can think about something like 3/10. 3/10 is pronounced 3/10. Okay, so that is like saying 3 is in the tenths place. So 3/10, based on what it sounds like, we know is 0.3. Essentially, you've taken 3, which is the numerator, and divided it by 10. When you do 3 divided by 10, you get 3/10, since you're moving the decimal to the left one place. So by moving the decimal to the left one place of that 3, I know I'm dividing by 10. 10 also happens to be the denominator. So we can kind of take that main idea and see that when we convert fractions to decimals, we're dividing the numerator by the denominator. We can do this with long division, and then we can check it with a calculator. So again, I want you to think of it like you're reading a fraction like a book from top to bottom, from numerator to denominator. So you think of it like 3 divided by 10. So now we're going to do the example, which is going to be 5 divided by 8. Now, something that a lot of people run into trouble with is knowing what goes inside the house, if that's what you want to call it, or the little division bar, and what goes outside. So the way that I remember it is I write my first number, so it'll be 5, and then I say divided by, so I put the house around the 5, 8. Okay, so a lot of it is going to be a review of doing long division. So you want to think about how many times does 8 go into 5? Well, 8 can't go into 5, so that's going to be 0, and then we can put a decimal. We can now add a 0 here. Then we want to think about how many times does 8 go into 50? 8 goes into 50 6 times. Then you multiply. 6 times 8 is 48. And subtract. A lot of this should be review. 50 minus 48 is 2. Bring down the 0. Then we think about how many times does 8 go into 20. 8 goes into 20 2 times. 2 times 8 is 16. 20 minus 16 is 4. Bring down another 0. How many times does 8 go into 40? 8 goes into 40 5 times. 8 times 5 is 40. We have no remainder, so we know that we are totally done. So your final answer for 5/8 as a decimal is 0.625. So all we did was use long division. So like I said, this unit is going to be calculator inactive, so a lot of your tests and quizzes, you won't have access to a calculator, but we can use a calculator to check our answers for right now. So if we do 5 divided by 8, we get 0.625, so we know that that is correct. Okay, so in a little bit, I'm going to give you a couple minutes to try and convert 11/25 to a decimal using long division. So take a minute or two and try to complete that one.